If you just stumbled across this channel, you probably are unsure of what's going on. I am all about extreme, especially extreme purchases. This generally has to do with collectibles, but a lot of other stuff like traveling and what we're going to talk about today. You know, recently I did this video right here you can check out with my wife actually about how I just love to spend money. Well, recently I think we did a pretty big extreme purchase. It was a backyard makeover. How extreme? It was a pretty tiny backyard and we still dropped 150 grand. As the Xtreme channel is pushing towards 50,000 subscribers, these are just a few of the statues we're giving away on the journey there. If you want to know how to win one, stay tuned for later in the video. Hey, thanks for tuning into the Xtreme channel. My name is Mr. X. Again, very different video. I don't even know how this is going to go across, how many regular viewers are watching it, or how many of you are here for the first time. But if you like extreme stuff, we talk about it high-end extreme collectibles, extreme traveling, and today, just a very different video. I'm branching out a little bit, showing you a little bit more of my personal life. But in the last few years, my wife and I have been trying to do a big remodel project for our backyard. We love to be outside, and this is true even though we live somewhere with 4 different seasons. We like to be outside year-round, and we've wanted to do this remodel project for a long time. But due to tons of obstacles such as COVID, employment situations, we couldn't find anyone that wanted $150,000 for work, permits, and pain in the ass HOAs. But I wanted to show you our backyard project. I'm going to show you a bunch of pictures and video of what it ended up like. I'm going to talk about the whole process throughout, starting with what I just talked about. It took us 8 or 9 months to find a contractor to do it. It really makes me question my career decision. I should be an outdoor landscape company. We contacted over 40 different landscape companies, asking them if they wanted to do this $150,000 project. Majority wouldn't even respond to you. A few did respond and say, no, we're keeping our service area within a 10-mile radius right now, which just blows my mind because we live in a huge metropolitan area. A few made appointments and never showed. Of those 40, we finally got 3 people to show up. Of those 3 people, only 2 of them actually returned bids. Now, the people we hired, they were decent at communicating. They weren't great, and in the end, they did take care of us despite one little repair that still needs to be done. So thankfully, of the very few people we could even get to come out, the ones we got did a very good job overall. But one of the reasons we love outdoors is we have a mountain view, which you probably won't see in the videos today. We love to smoke meat outside, and I love to drink outside. And where I live, we have very small backyards, so there's not really a lot of good options you can do. So what we did is we ripped out all of our vegetation, grass, everything, which then we got into a big pissing match with our HOA. Because apparently our HOA cares what is in our backyard. And our HOA was actually even violating state law. But if you've ever had an HOA, you know that they are the stupidest, most ignorant, power-tripping people you will ever meet. And I've talked about this HOA a few different times in a few different videos. So I'm not going to rehash those stories. But eventually we moved forward anyway, and we wanted a few things. 1, we wanted stamped concrete everywhere. 2, we wanted an outdoor kitchen. 3, we wanted at least 1 fire pit. 4, we wanted a pool. However, like I said, we live in an area where in the winter you can't utilize a pool. And we didn't really have enough room for a pool and a hot tub, so we got a pot tub. I just coined that word. No, what it is it's a portable spa and pool together, and you're gonna see that in the photos. The great thing about that is in the summer you can use it as a pool, and in the winter you can actually use it as a giant hot tub, which we have been doing quite a bit. Because also, due to all the permit and HOA and stupid delays on this project, it was supposed to be done in summer. It got done November 1st, when snow and winter has already set in. So let's just start diving into those pictures and video. I'm going to show you the process, and let's kick it off. Now, these are some pre-photos of our backyard. They're a few years old because we forgot to take pictures before the whole project started. But just to kind of give you how bland the entire place was, they had the vegetation, like I said. We had a fence around it, a little bit of rocks around the fence. But that was really it, besides a concrete patio that was about 30 by 10 feet or so right next to the house. But we still enjoyed being out there. Now, one of the things you're going to see is you see no homes behind us. There are now homes behind us. So on these during and after photos, you will see that. But very basic backyard. And these are kind of the size of the backyards where we live. Very small. Not a lot you can do. So the first thing they started doing, and here you can see all the additional houses in the background, but this is the same backyard, is digging up the ground. And the reason they're doing this is that portable pool is going to be recessed, so it's kind of flush. You're going to see that obviously in the after photos, but they had to excavate everything and obviously make sure they don't hit any power lines, anything of that nature. So our backyard was a mess for quite a while. They also dug up all that old patio that we had. After the hole was dug, they started laying the foundation for concrete both on the bottom and on the side. They did the sides here first. And here is that finished product. And then of course they had to put concrete and drains on the bottom for anything that leaks out of the portable pool. Now after that was done, they did concrete on the rest of the backyard where the grass was, and then they started stamping it. We wouldn't stamp concrete due to cost and just maintenance over the years. You can see some pictures here. And then here is some more video of that. Not only the stamped concrete itself, but how we were going from the front of the house to the back. There is the spot for the pool. And then the other thing is we had them do an in-ground fire pit with the gas line reaching all the way. You can see the start of it right here. And then you see the building of the fire pit right here. And of course we're going to do final photos and video for you guys, but you can kind of see the bench they put around it. And then eventually we had the pool delivered, the Swimspa delivered, so we had to use a giant crane. And as you can see, they dropped it into the pre-made hole. We did then add Trex decking all around it so we could access the sides for maintenance, plus it looks a little cleaner. As well as getting an outdoor TV. If you haven't got an outdoor TV, they're expensive. They're like $4 or $5 grand, but of course we want to watch football and movies while we're hanging out outside. So here's a picture of everything pretty much done, and winter's already in. You can kind of see stuff setting on it. We have that cover, which I don't love. Here's the fire pit, and we're going to show you some more pictures here, but kind of give you an overall during the day. Where this place really shines is at night. So we made sure to hook up a lot of lights. There's lights in the Trex decking around the pool. There's in-ground lights all over the corners of the concrete. We got heat pads, so if it does snow, that melts the snow. We can walk right out. Here are some evening shots, and we do have some Christmas lights up as well. We got a dining room table with a fire pit. There is the actual fire pit going, and you'll also notice some heaters too, just to keep warm. Here's some of that lighting I was telling you about, and one of those heaters. Kind of give you a good view of the backyard here. And the pool has lights and whatnot in it as well. Things you didn't see was the outdoor kitchen, which we want to put right where that trampoline is. Unfortunately, we ran out of time in the year, so next year we are actually going to go back and put an outdoor kitchen where that is. We're going to have to do some concrete and figure that out, but we're not too worried. And it'll give us a project to work on next year. But this is kind of a highlight overall of what the end project looks like, and we absolutely love it. So again, I don't think this video is going to do really well, but I appreciate you guys tuning in. Just wanted to share this with you. Pretty extreme purchase. And if I'm ever replying to your YouTube comments, especially at night or on the weekend, chances are that's exactly where I'm at. So you can kind of picture me if you want. Don't picture me and Mrs. X out there with all the lights off, because you know what happens. We will be giving all of these statues away, plus additional ones at every 5,000 subscriber milestone. To win one of these statues, all you have to do is make sure you've liked this video, you've subscribed to the channel, you've hit that bell notification, and then just drop a comment below. Every 5,000 subscriber milestone, we are going to do a random drawing and pick a random comment and give one of these statues away, plus some additional ones I'm not showing right now. The more videos you comment on, the higher your chances are to win. Hey, thanks for tuning in again. I really appreciate it. Different type of video. Please hit that like button. Please share this. If you want any info, you can feel free to contact me. There's contact methods below and at my YouTube channel. Thanks so much. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.